We have a long-term friend of ours, multiple-time guest on our podcast and summits, someone who can be seen all over the bookshelves and TV. That's Dr. Kellyann Petrucci. How are you today?
I am great, and I'm happy to be here.
Listen, I got a quick.
You do some good work. You
Thank
do some
you.
good work, and I love to be on this show. Yeah.
Thank you. You've been a long-time supporter, and we appreciate that. So, before we get into a little bit of our topic today, which is burnout and your new book, I have to ask you, you're one of the first people that brought paleo to the masses, and I can't think of another person who talked about bone broth and collagen prior to you. So when you see these at the top of the list of searches, along with the ketogenic diet, I mean, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I've made some profound shifts and changes, and it almost, the gratitude that I feel is immeasurable, and I appreciate you recognizing that and calling that out. Thank you. But because when you're first on the marketplace for a lot of things, a lot of times you are kind of on the back burner. You're the quiet one because you're the one that created the path. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that is not the one who is rewarded in a lot of ways. And the thing is, I'm at a point in juncture in my life where I feel like I don't need to be. I just look at all of this going on, all this momentum, and one of the things that we've also brought out, into the marketplace was this whole idea of intermittent fasting.
Yes.
We really made that very commercial to people because the whole premise of the bone broth diet was bringing intermittent fasting to the mainstream. So it was a way of getting the same results without going through the pain. And when I tested it out, when I tested bone broth and I tested fasting, and I decided to combine the two, it was very surprising to me that you could get the same results. So that's the premise and the through line of all my work, how you can get the same results and still be comfortable without the pain.
And that's what everybody wants, isn't it? I mean,
it is, because that's the only way you're going to get continuity in any program. So that's the whole point. It's how do we get results, and how do we do that by being kind to ourselves? And I think a lot of times that's really what's missing, and that's what we're looking for. And I love to see these mid-course changes that I'm seeing, because for the first time that I can remember in nutrition, they are actually very science-based and effective. We saw all of these. Gone are the days where we used to feel like we had to be on a treadmill for 2 hours and that the only thing that we could eat is protein. I mean, you remember that, right?
Sure do.
And yeah, and so again, we went through a lot of pain to get results. And as things are evolving and as things are progressing, we're finding better ways to do things. We're finding more efficient ways to turn on the channels and gates in your body to make your body, as I always say, bionic.
Doc, let me just do your bio for the 5 people out there. I don't know who you are, and then we'll get it. So, Dr. Kellyann is the author of the New York best-selling book, Dr. Kellyan's Bone Broth Diet, Dr. Kellyan's Bone Broth Cookbook, the 10-Day Belly Slimdown, and Dr. Kellyan's Cleanse and Reset, which we're going to touch upon today a little bit more. She's also the host of the highly successful PBS special, 21 Days to